it tastes really good because I also put some roasted potatoes under it. I mean, I had some roasted
To give it
potatoes
a
that my
little
daughter
body.
made. Yeah, and then I put some pumpkin seeds on top for some
Mm-hmm.
crunch and I
Mm-hmm.
put some salt, and now it tastes really good.
Give it some protein.
Yeah,
All right. So we're
it's good.
live. All right.
Yay!
We had some technical difficulties, but I fixed it all. I fixed it all. Hey everyone, a good happy Sunday. I was gonna say good morning, but then I realized it's like after 12. It's
It's
12:09.
12:09. Yes.
So welcome to my live. And today I have a special guest. We have Nuria. I always feel like I'm not saying your name
Oh,
correctly. Nuria McGrath,
you
right?
know what? It has so many vowels in it, so it's hard to. I just say
Like
Nuria, but I
Maria.
like the way you say it. Nuria is fine. Plenty of people call me Nuria.
What do you call yourself?
Nuria.
I'm done. Well, welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking time out of your day to spend with myself and my guest, Naria. I'll tell you, or she'll tell you who she is in a minute. But we're here and we're going to be chit chatting. If you have any questions, please drop them. I'm hoping that this does show questions. I'm seeing someone just like this, so this is cool. Um,
Okay. I know, because if I can see the questions, then I can kind of monitor them for you.
mm, let me.
Touch. All messages are visible. Let's see that. Boom. There we go. Okay.
So you can see them.
If someone puts a message in there, then we can test to see. Can one of the viewers here?
There
Oh,
we
look, there it is.
go.
Happy
Thank you.
Sunday.
Because I
Okay,
wasn't
who
seeing
is that?
anything.
Sienna.
Thank
Yes,
you.
Sienna. Thank you.
Perfect.
Philip.
Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Yes,
So
coming
again, thank you
in.
everybody for being here. We're going to be making the simplest. I always try to keep it really simple, especially on these lives. The simplest recipe, but something that's really, really delicious. Something that you could use for meal prep. That you could
Chicago.
do in literally 5 minutes. And it's just really good. It's also healthy, lots of fiber, always lots of protein. So it's beneficial for your body. But as you can see, we have a split screen. So we have a guest, Naria. And
Yes.
Naria is I'm going to say she's now my accountability partner. And I'm going to let her introduce herself because
Yeah.
there's a lot. So while I
First
get
of
all my
all,
ingredients together, let me move my camera, get my ingredients
ooh.
together. Naria, you go ahead and introduce yourself.
I sure will. But first, I want to see where folks are coming in from. Somebody says Chicago. Where else are
Ooh,
people coming in from today?
I should have put
Chicago's
this
like
more
an
on light.
hour behind, so it is good morning from Chicago. You are absolutely right. Stormbreaker 7864. Who else? Where are you guys coming in from? I am living in the Washington D.C. area, right? Panama City, Panama.
Panama City. Yes.
Crazy. Yes. Here we go. Uh,
International.
I know. I've been to Panama. I've been to Panama City actually. It's a really fantastic city. I
I've
had
never
such
been.
a great time.
I hope that will be part of one of our retreats
I would
sometime.
love for it to be one of our retreats. I actually went there. I was in Costa Rica. We took a 24-hour layover because my husband knows he's just really good at that kind of stuff. And so we spent a solid 12 hours in Panama and well, maybe 14 because we slept and then we did the whole day and it was really, really, really amazing. Okay,
That's
Florida,
beautiful.
Texas, Connecticut, Flossmoor, Illinois.
Let me get
Okay, I'm going to tell you guys because I've been so inspired by Michelle. I made this is leftovers actually because my daughter made some roasted potatoes. And so I took the leftover roasted potatoes. I had made a butternut squash soup because it's that season. And then I took some pumpkin seeds and put it on top of my soup with some salt on top and yummy, 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 yummy. It is really good. I'm gonna eat it while we're on camera. I'm going to eat this soup. Okay, Cape Town, South Africa. I've been there as well. Such
Been
an
there as
amazing
well. I have.
town.
That is
Yes,
still the top of my list, the best vacation I've ever taken.
really.
Yes, I love it.
Wow.
I
What
love it.
did
I
you
want to
love
go back.
most about it?
I love how beautiful it was. I love
Hmm.
how very surprised I was by the landscape, that there were so many different terrains. There
Yeah.
was the beach, but there was mountain. It was just so beautiful. It
Yes.
surprised me, the food, because, being vegan, I was like, well, there's not going to be anything for me to eat. But
Yeah.
there was so much for me to eat. And it was just really beautiful. I remember we were there, and my husband said to me, I think we should move here. And the
Wow.
only thing that stopped us is because
Uh-huh.
it was like a 14-hour flight. And I
Yeah.
was just thinking, I was like, we can't do that now. Our family, like for my kids to come and visit, it would be a lot. But
Yeah.
it's still at the top of our list that if we just really wanted to move away, that's probably somewhere where I'd move to. I thought it was
Yeah.
beautiful, and I felt at home there. Like, when you go somewhere, you're like, this is where I'm
Yes.
supposed to be. It felt
Yeah.
very good. Yeah,
Yeah.
very
It felt like
beautiful.
I saw my cousins there. I'm like, all these people are my cousins. She is referencing Cape Town, South Africa, because we have a friend who says good evening from Cape Town. And we're just reminiscing about the time that we spent in Cape Town separately, but both really being mesmerized by this beautiful space and the rich history that is there. I mean, I got to know a lot of the people and understand the similarities between apartheid and also the civil rights movement here. So it was a beautiful experience for me as well.
Not to
Yeah.
jump from the introductions, but this is
Uh,
really funny. Look, inside joke. So we're making chickpea tuna today. And yesterday, Naria said to me, Michelle, I could just picture your kitchen. You probably have like all these cans of chickpeas that's already cooked. And I go into my refrigerator today and I was like, I guess she's right.
oh, that's it.
I,
Exactly.
I keep that
Yep.
thing on me. I keep that thing on me. You just never know when you may need it. But let me just use this bottle today.
Okay, I'm going to quickly introduce myself so that we can get into your cooking, Michelle. My
Okay,
name's
perfect.
Nuria. Yeah, Nuria means light. I know that people always ask me, what does my name mean? It's spelled Nuria and it means light. Some people say it's Arabic. Some people say it means too much light. My mother is very eclectic, and so she named me Nuria, even though I have no Arabic lineage. Um, I live in the DMV area, and I am currently guiding women and people into just being the best versions of themselves. I do that as a personal mastery coach by teaching people to rewrite their stories so that they support them, learning the lessons from challenges that they've had in the past. And the tools that I use for this are identity-based coaching, um, meditation, restorative yoga, and even energy healing. And I love, 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 absolutely love with a capital LOVE hosting retreats. It fills me all the way up. So Michelle and I connected because I hosted a retreat last June. I mean, this past June in Costa Rica, and it was completely life changing for every one of the 16 people that were there, including myself and my retreat partner. And so we are in, appreciation for the gift of retreat and wanting to bring this gift out to other people. So while we're here, we will talk about our retreat in Costa Rica and food and communion and celebration and the retreat that we're hosting next May in Georgia that we rescheduled. So take it away, Michelle.
All right, guys. So I left the recipe in the community post. I did also in stories on Instagram. So if any of you guys are cooking with me, this is what we have. You can follow along. Follow along. I have a jar of chickpeas. So if you have a can of chickpeas, that is fine also. If that's the easiest way you can get your chickpeas, that is fine. What I like to do, I like to buy the chickpeas dried, and it's just more cost effective. You could get a huge bag for probably about $3.99, $4, and that's gonna last me months versus buying just a can for $1. Even though a chickpeas for $1 a can that could feed like 4 to 6 people is still very inexpensive these days. But if you wanted to stretch your money even longer, buy it dry, cook it over, well, soak it overnight in just plain water. And then the next day, cook it in salted water for I do about 45 minutes. I like for it to be really cooked and really soft. It just tastes better to me. Some people complain that it's a little tough. This way it won't be tough. So I really cook it out. Once it's cooked, I use jars, like mason jars, and I put it in there while it's hot. This way it will stay sealed and it will last for weeks versus once you open it, you have to use it in a couple of days, like maybe 2 or 3 days. But that's the way I do it. And like if anybody was on in the beginning, I keep that thing on me. It's always in the refrigerator because it's excellent for snacks. You could air fry it really quickly, just season it with salt, pepper, your favorite seasoning, pop it in the air fryer, and you could use it instead of snacking on potato chips. That's a healthy way. You can snack on that. You can put it on top of salads. You can add sauce to it. You can make tacos. And you can also make this chickpea tuna that is so versatile and just really great for meal prep. So here we go. It's in the water. Give me a second. Sometimes this little top doesn't pop off easily. I'm just gonna pour off the water. Now you could save that water for what they call aquafaba and whip it to make like a thicker cream. We're not gonna do that today. I have plenty of water. So we're just gonna pour that off. Get it a little bit more on the drier side. Bring it back. Put it in our bowl. All right, we're gonna use, where's my potato masher? You could use a potato masher or a fork, but I like this better because it covers more ground. And I'm just gonna mash this up. I probably should have started already. I'm gonna mash this up. I'm gonna leave some pieces that are still kind of broken, not whole, but like, halfway broken. You might want to jump in, Naria, because this is gonna take me a minute.
Michelle, I was about to because I see those guns that you got right there. Now,
girl, I'm trying. When I tell you I be in the gym, I be in the gym.
I don't know if we're all qualified to do this because we don't have the arm strength that you have. So,
well, I'm good. All those hours are paying off. I'm so happy. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, once you get this done, that's why I like using the potato masher because, like I said, you cover more ground, but you can use a fork. You don't have to make this much that I'm making, but like what I said, is great for meal prep. So I like to keep it in the refrigerator, and once those flavors melt together, it's even better the second day.
The tuna fish,
the tuna fish. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, like spaghetti.
Once you complete the recipe, it's you could leave it for the next day. All right, let's see. A little bit more
of it. Yeah, this is really hard work. I don't know. No, I can do it. I feel like I can do it.
You guys can do it. You could do it.
I was making this chickpea salad. I was making this chickpea salad for my sister when she had just had her baby, and she's vegan. And so I said, well, let me make her this vegan chickpea salad. It's so good. But I did not do any mashing. And she's like, oh, I liked it because it was like the whole chickpeas instead of being mashed. I don't know. She was like trying to compliment me. Trying to make me feel better about it.
I guess easier ways you could put it in a food processor, right?
It's true, but then it gets all stuck in there. You don't get everything out.
Yeah. All right. So now that it's mashed, easy. Can
you put it up to the camera a little bit?
You want me to tilt the camera a little?
Well, put the bowl up to the camera because I want to see the consistency of it. Oh, okay.
You see it?
Yeah.
You see?
Okay. Yep.
All right.
Okay, we've got a couple people that say the food processor. Maybe they don't have the arm gun strength like you, Michelle, like me. So it's food processor.
You know what my problem is? I always want to do everything from scratch. There's always an easier way, but I'm always like, well, do it like this. And then the comments would be like, Michelle, you could have just used, and I was like, yeah, I guess I could. But I don't know. I guess it's just growing up making it this way. It's what I know. All right, the next ingredient, celery. A little bit of celery. I don't really love celery, guys, so I'm not going to put a lot in there. I just put a little bit. And you could just chop that. Finely chop it. Toss that in there. I have some red onion. finely chop that. That's it. There's very minimal ingredients and it's so easy. It's so good.
Somebody said they used a fork for theirs. Now, Michelle, I just joined a CSA, which is a community gardening, not gardening, it's a community farming co-op
Uh-huh.
place, and they send me vegetables every week. And last week, I forgot to change out the vegetables, so they sent me a ton of celery. And now I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with all this celery. And I saw your juicer. I'm like, maybe I need to get a juicer so I can.
Actually, that probably is the only way. It's so funny. I don't care for celery, like to just chew on it or it's just weird to me. But I like it in a juice. I will
Mm-hmm.
juice celery because what I tell you, that is a very healthy, hydrated juice. Great for your
Yeah.
skin. Like if you have any kind of skin problems, excellent for your skin. And it's
Mm.
very hydrated. So I
Mm-hmm.
do like celery juice. I just drop a little ginger in there. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
I'll do a green apple, but that is the only way
Yeah.
I really like celery. Other than that,
Mm-hmm.
it's just weird to me. It's stringy. It's ugh. It's just
Yeah.
weird. It's just weird to me.
It's the
So
consistency for you then.
it's something. It's almost like cucumbers. I love cucumbers,
Mm-hmm.
but cucumber and water, ugh, it's just I don't know. It's weird. It's just weird to me.
Mm.
Or cucumber juice. Like, some people will
Yeah.
juice like cucumber and celery. Mm-mm.
I used to put them in smoothies. I used to put the
Cucumbers?
celery in, no, not cucumber, the celery in the smoothie.
Couldn't do
Yeah.
it. I would taste it. I would taste it.
Ah,
You could also
but the
dice up the celery and freeze it. It's great to add to soup. I never thought
oh
of
yeah,
freezing the celery. That's a good
it
idea.
is. Now that's what I'm gonna have to do because I've got a ton.
So you see, that's why I like these lives because you really get the information right then and there. I
Yes.
love it. Like we could really communicate like
Yeah.
right now.
Well, somebody
That's a great
said
idea. That's exactly what I'm
okra
gonna do.
water. Wow,
Hmm?
okra water? I never even thought of that.
Cucumber water?
Okra water, somebody
Oh,
said.
okra water. I see the question now. What about okra water? Girl, when I tell you I'm the only Jamaican that hates okra, I hate it. I
Really?
hate it.
Oh, you don't like okra?
No,
Oh, you don't like
no,
the
ma'am.
consistency?
Not at all.
Oh,
Nothing about it. Mm-mm. So
wow.
sorry, I won't do okra water. Ugh. Mm-mm. But I hear it's very good for you, especially like your lady parts. But I won't. Mm-mm.
Somebody said I love the
Somebody
slime.
said, I
So
love the
yeah.
slime. Oh my God.
Girl, my
Ugh.
grandma used to, she's
That's
from
what
South
what
Carolina.
gets me? Not just the slime, the little balls. It's
Yeah,
like slimy eyeballs. Ugh.
it is. It sure
All
is.
right. So
It's an acquired taste.
I chopped up the green onion or the scallion. I put that in there. We're going to cut a lemon in half, and we're going to juice half of a lemon.
I
You
always
need a little
usually
bit of acidity in there.
when I use my green onions, I just use the scissors and I cut them. I just snip them with the scissors.
So y'all all want to show me up today,
Yeah.
right? All right, food processor, scissors, and freeze the celery. All right, it's okay. That is an
Oh,
easier way, right? All right, so we got that in there. We're gonna do a
yes.
little relish. That's gonna give
Ooh.
it like a nice. To me, that's what kind of gives it that tuna.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of tuna. So we put a little relish in there.
Oh, okay.
So don't skip that, and the mustard, Dijon mustard,
Okay.
and just a little bit of that in there. Not too much. Just a little bit.
Now, somebody says that they peel and seed the cucumbers, dice it small, and add red onion and tomatoes for a salad. Now, that's a good salad. I like a cucumber and
Mm,
tomato salad.
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
love cucumbers. That's a good
yeah,
idea.
yeah. I
All
have
right.
several of them in my house that came from my garden that are just sitting there, and I need to do something with them.
I can't wait till I could do a real garden, like a real garden. All right, I'm
Michelle,
gonna
let
use
me
some
see. What
vegan
kind of,
mayonnaise, veganese. I'm using the avocado, the avocado oil. because a lot of
Oh,
people ask
okay.
the difference. This one just doesn't have the canola oil, so I like this better. The ingredients to me is a little bit more minimum.
Uh-huh.
I also did put in the ingredient list that you can use an avocado. So if you don't want to do this because it's
Ooh,
processed, you could just mash an avocado and use that for your creamy base.
can you do both? I would want to do both.
You
I
could do
love.
both. You could do half and half. You know, 'cause that's a
Okay,
good
yes,
healthy
yes.
fat. You could do half
Yeah.
and half. I try not to do too much of this, probably 2 tablespoons. And now I never could say the name of this. Furikake?
Okay.
Furikake or furikake. Furikake. This is one of the hardest thing I've ever had to say. When I tell you, I've even asked my Japanese friends, and I still can't pronounce it. I still.
That must be what
Basically,
gives it
it's
the fish
seaweed.
taste.
It's
Ah,
roasted. It's roasted seaweed. What did you say?
oh, that's what gives it the fish taste.
Yes, it's roasted seaweed, but the furikake has a little bit of sesame seeds also, and sesame seeds is a good source of calcium. So I like that it has that. Or you could just do the seaweed flakes by themselves if you just
Yes.
want to give it. Or you don't have to. You don't even have to add that. Maybe you don't want that fishy taste. It's still gonna have a very tuna type of texture and
Yeah.
remembrance in your brain. You're gonna be like, this kind of reminds me of tuna, even if it doesn't have the fish taste.
Oh,
All
okay.
right, so toss some of
Now,
that in.
you probably would go to your Asian market for that one, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Actually, yes and no. I did get this one at Trader Joe's. I just
Oh,
switched the bottle. Yeah, Trader
okay.
Joe's has it. Um, Obviously, the Asian market is going to have a huge variety, and it's going to be
Right.
cheaper, bigger bottles, a lot cheaper. But no, I don't think. Maybe in your regular supermarket, if they have an international section, you'll find it there because it
Yes.
is pretty um, popular now, especially for people who do like sushi rolls at home.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
kids
So
want to
that's
do
what
that
they put
again.
on the sushi roll.
Ah,
Yeah,
that makes
that's that
sense.
outside. All right, what else we got? Now, sometimes that's a little salty, so I do like to mix it up and then taste it. But I'm gonna add the black pepper now.
Okay. Now we've got, okay, I want to catch up in the chat for a second. First of all, someone said that
Who's saying happy
roasted okra.
birthday?
Someone has a birthday. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there.
Okay, okay, okay.
First of all,
We don't
someone
want to
said
miss the birthday. We don't want to miss the birthday.
roasted okra is really good. That is true. My grandmother was from South Carolina, so she used to make it with steamed with tomatoes. She would make the not roasted, but she would cook them, cook tomatoes. Um, now, someone said, beautiful to see Black women show how to cook and eat healthy recipes. Yes, yes, we love being Black women. We love cooking. We love eating healthily. That's why I became friends with Michelle. And then,
Is that why?
yes, that is exactly why. You didn't know it because I never told you I cooked. Now, the mayonnaise that you have, someone said that there's a soy-free version if anyone's looking for that.
Oh, there's a soy free.
Uh-huh.
Is this the soy free version? I think it
I don't
is.
know.
Yes, this is the soy free version. It's right there.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. And finally, let us say happy birthday to Joyously Hopeful. I'm going to do the birthday song from Dumbo, so you will have to excuse me for a moment. A happy birthday to you. A happy birthday to
She must
you.
have kids.
A happy birthday, dear. A dear. A joyously hopeful. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, joyously
Yay!
hopeful. Thanks
You
for
actually can
joining us
sing.
on your birthday. Thank you.
All right, let me get a plate.
Is it done?
Let me give this a taste. I feel like it doesn't have enough salt, but let's see.
It can't be done already.
Needs more salt. So that furikake didn't have enough salt.
Mm.
It's good though.
I made my kids this I made them like sauteed kale and not you know how the salt can have the pour spout or the reg
I know where this is going.
So that happened. I poured it instead of, the sprinkle, and they thought it was delicious. One of them said, "Oh, mommy, this is so good." The other one was like, "Ah, it has so much salt. You probably over salted it, but it tastes really good." So,
That's what you get. Okay.
yep. Sometimes it's good when you over salt. What's that?
Cucumber. So this is how
Oh,
I'm gonna have mine. So it's finished now. That's it. That's all you do. You mix it all together. You could let it sit maybe about a half an hour or so, just to kind of let the flavors melt, but you can eat it right away. The danger to this is once you start, it's very hard to stop. And keep in mind, it's a bean. So if you get really gassy, just be careful. You don't want to eat too much of it, but it is very addictive. Um,
I
I'm
don't
gonna have
understand
it.
how you made it so fast. I'm
That's it,
confused.
but that's it. You don't have to be doing this all day. I don't understand why people are in the kitchen all day. It's just so simple. If you do a couple of pre preps, like I said, have your chickpeas, where you can use can also, but just have like staple ingredients always on hand. It'll be so easy to do. Like I said, if you
Wow.
don't have the mayonnaise, use avocado. That's easy. The main ingredient here to me, honestly, is just have some relish,
Uh-huh.
salt, black pepper, red onion, because that has like more flavor, and the scallion or the green onions. That does give a really good flavor. And the lemon. Always have lemons on hand for
Yeah.
lemon water, for salad dressings, for things like this. It's always going to balance the flavors because without it, it just doesn't. It's kind of on the bland, salty side. But if you add your lemon, it pulls out all those ingredients and just really enhance it, like gives it more flavor. Yeah, once you
Wow.
have that, that's it. It's done. You
Now,
have a
someone said, I'm sorry to interrupt. Do you ever add dill or did you add capers?
Yes, sometimes I do. So you can, and I have the capers in the fridge, which I should use because capers are one of those things that just for me just sits in the fridge and it's like a year later and you're like, oh my God, this is 2 years old. So I'm glad you mentioned the capers. It's just gonna add a nice salty flavor to it. So yes, definitely dill, definitely capers. You can add to that also. Also like a little jalapeno peppers. You could spice those up and put that in there. You could really customize this and make this your own. This is basically just your base. And
Somebody said they add black salt.
black salt is good. Yeah, yeah. I've
Okay.
had that also. The black salt is gonna give it that eggy. Yep, exactly what you said. Gives it an eggy taste. I have it here.
Oh, that's good
hmm
because some
So
people eat their tuna fish with the eggy taste. Okay.
uh-huh, uh-huh. Some people do like tuna fish with the eggy taste. That brings me back to public school. When I was in
Yes,
school, that's what the tuna fish tastes like to me.
this is
That
true.
public school. But yeah, definitely you can add black salt to it. That's a harder one to come across. That you might have to buy on like Amazon, or again, really dig deep in your Asian market. That
Yeah.
is the hard one to find for a lot of people. I do have it on my Amazon storefront. If anybody is looking for it, just click the
Oh,
link. And it's a little bit more on the expensive side, so it might be about $8 for a jar like that. But I mean, it
okay.
lasts you. I think I've had mine 5 years. You're not
Oh
using
my
it that
gosh.
often. Yeah, you're
Wow.
not using it that often.
Now, Dream Bean Queen asks, what can you add that is acidic?
The besides the lemon,
Maybe Dream Bean Queen, perhaps you missed that part. Yeah, that might have come in after
yeah,
the
you
lemon
definitely should be.
conversation.
Yeah, adding the. If you eat tofu, can you make a small diced black salt and add it to the salad? You can. That's a great way to add even more protein. But yes, you can.
Mm.
And that's actually a nice suggestion. Thank you. So her
Oh,
suggestion was to add
that is
tofu,
not acidic. Sorry. Uh-huh.
tofu to this also, even more filling. I love this for road trips because even people that are not vegan and you're on a road trip and you pull this out, they're like, oh, could I just taste it? And that's it, it's gone. They're going to take it all. So I love bringing extra little sandwiches, like little
Yeah.
sliders on road trip, or if you're traveling, on you don't have to eat the airport food. This is what I bring every time I travel. This is it.
Oh,
It
that's
carries
easy.
really well.
Yeah.
Chicken.
Now, someone actually, Dream Beam Queen says that there's a correction here, not acidic. Is that is not acidic? Can you add something that is not acidic that maybe allows you to have the same effect as lemon?
What's your blood type? You said you're eating Dream Bean Queen. Are you an A? A blood type? Is that why you're you don't want it to be as acidic? Yeah. I mean, you could leave it out. It does bring out the flavors of all the ingredients, but you could leave it out. You could if you're really strictly sticking to your blood type. Dream Bean, what did you? Oh, you're an O, huh? And no, nothing acidic. I thought it was the other way around. I've done the blood type diet maybe 20 years in my 20s, 30 years ago. That actually was one of those things that started me even really deep diving into nutrition. And I'm an A. My husband's an O. Um, Almost everybody in my family were A's, so I kind of understand the different blood types. And from my understanding, A's were to stay away from acidic foods like tomato sauce, tomatoes,
Uh-huh.
but citrus was fine. Like lemon was
Huh.
fine. So I'm not sure. I am O and I couldn't do it. It wanted me
Wanted me to
consume
consume
high
high
meat.
meat. Huh.
Yes, it's you're a meat eater. You're definitely. And again, I always say this every time. I am not the vegan police. So I am not that person who's going to be like, no, you can only eat vegan. You can only eat plant based. I don't believe that. I believe there are some people that do need to, eat what makes them feel good. If you
Yeah.
eat meat and you're thriving on it, go right ahead. My thing is just add some vegetables to the plate, just some fiber. It can't all be meat. There has to be some fiber. So going back to the blood type, from what I understand, I have the book right here, actually, I could bust it out.
Oh,
But from what,
you might
what
have
I
to
understand,
teach us
that was
something.
my Bible. You don't understand. Um, Blood type O produces more acid in the stomach, and that's why they're able to break down animal protein, where A's don't, and that's why they need to stay away from acidic foods. Am I wrong? I meant, but to try to get plant-based foods. All right.
Okay, now some
Dream Beam is on the right path. She
yes,
said she
yes.
eats meat, but she try to give it, and that's all I'm saying. That's it.
Yep.
I'm just, because I can't consume the meat, I just can't digest it. It just does not work for my body. Oh, it has so much acid that needs to stay away from acidic food. That's the point. I need to get back and read that book again.
Okay. Look, Dream Beam schooling us. Now, someone else, I want to go here. Someone had put in here, can they do nori sheets instead in
Of
lieu of
course.
the
Yes.
okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
If
And
that's
I
what you
eat
have.
meat, by the way. I eat meat. I also eat, I'm just like very in between. I mean, not in between, I just eat variety.
And you should have a variety. I mean,
Yeah.
guys, you see some of the recipes that I made. People will criticize and say, "Well, if you're vegan, why would you want your food to taste like meat?" Girl, I love me some meat. I was eating. I'm Jamaican. Oxtail,
Mm,
stew peas, all of that. Those things were my favorites. Snapper fish. uh, those are my
yeah.
favorite foods, but I
Mm,
can't. I've tried. I can't digest it. It just
yeah.
will not. It sits right here. Then I get
Mm,
bloated. Then I get gassy. I know I'm getting a little bit TMI, and then I got diarrhea or I'm constipated. So once I stopped it, I was fine. So I was like, you know what?
yeah.
I can't do it. So this is what I do. So I'll try for some of my foods to be similar, but vegetables is my thing. I have to go with it. You know.
Now, one of my favorite Jamaican dishes is kalaloo
Go, yes,
and
girl.
aki. So when we go on our retreat
You're
next
speaking my
May,
language.
in Georgia, I would like one of the recipes to be callaloo and your version of ackee and saltfish.
It's
Okay,
easy. It's easy. I
I
actually
want
have
that
that
so
on
bad.
my one of the videos on YouTube is how to make ackee the vegan way with
Oh, my
vegan
necklace fell off.
saltfish. Yeah, that
Oh,
is my
really?
favorite. I know it's an acquired taste, and some people are like,
Oh,
"Oh God, I don't like it," because they think it's gonna taste like
really?
eggs. But no,
Yeah. It
no,
tastes so
it just looks like
good.
eggs. Yep, love that. All right, so what I'm
Yes.
doing now, before we go back to the questions, real quick, this is how I'm gonna have it. I'm just spooning them on top of um, a cucumber slices, because it's lunchtime for me, and I'm using some alfalfa sprouts because everything for me has to be pretty. I just can't eat it normal. It has to look very appealing for me to eat it. And that's my,
Ooh, that's a
yeah, that's
okay.
what
Can
my,
you bring it a little bit closer to the
oh,
camera?
sorry. Yeah.
Yes.
So alfalfa sprouts, you're going to get your protein from that, believe it or not. There's iron, there's calcium,
Mm,
fiber. There's so much. Like for me, when you're eating, it should be doing something positive to the body. Like you should be getting benefits from your food. So don't just eat to eat. Make sure that it's you're consuming foods that's going to help your body thrive. So that's why I
yeah.
add all that little stuff to it. Yeah, so that's my lunch, my tuna situation there. And
And you're
normally
doing
I
the
would put it normally I would put it on some sourdough bread. However,
that was
my
my question.
doctor, you guys probably have seen the video that I have before with Dr. Nicole Peoples, my hormone doctor, because I'm going through menopause, and we wanted to monitor my glucose levels. And they were a little high, not diabetic high, but higher than what you would expect. And what she said to me is a lot of times vegans or people that are plant based consume more carbohydrate high foods, more glucose high foods than normal. And that's probably what.
Uh-oh. Oh, the sound went out. I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
I think
Oh,
I
okay.
yep, I'm back. I'm back. I saw my
Okay.
daughter calling. I was like, girl, I told you I'm doing a live.
You
Not
know it's not. They
now.
don't know. They don't know.
Yeah, so she has me wearing this monitor, which I absolutely love. So it tracks. It's an app
Wow.
that it's on my phone. I think it's called the I can't remember. I can't remember. But one of those continuous glucose monitors. And I get to monitor and track everything I eat. And I could see when my sugar rises, if I get a spike. So even though I love sourdough bread, it gives me a little bit of a glucose spike unless I combine it with fiber. But I was like, you know what, Michelle, I'm not even going to do that today. Let me just stick with the vegetables because I notice whenever I do a salad, vegetables, it just stays, it doesn't get high or
Yeah.
anything like that. So that's why I'm doing it with cucumbers because I know this is going
Mm.
to keep my blood sugar steady. So,
That
so,
is, yeah.
so guys, you probably will notice before we get back into the conversation, I haven't been on producing as many videos because this is what I'm going through right now. A lot of people is like, "Oh, Michelle, you should make all these videos and bank them and just put them out." I can't do that. I have to go with what's happening in my life right now and what my gut is telling me that you guys need. Because I feel like sometimes if I'm going through it, there has to be other people going through it. And this is something that I wasn't. I just thought I was like, "Oh, I'm eating healthy," and then I had a Korean sweet potato, which is the outside the flesh is red and inside is white, didn't
Uh-huh.
spike my blood sugar. Everything was fine. And then I had a regular, the orange sweet potato, because I'm thinking, oh, sweet potatoes are fine, through the roof. Crazy, right? But remember,
Wow.
everybody's different. So that's just for me. For my husband, that didn't happen. Whenever I have salads, protein rich foods, fiber, nothing happens. I'm good. So that's what I'm working on. So trying to come up with recipes that I could record and share with you guys that's tasty, interesting, That's my
Well,
challenge right
question,
now. So that's why you haven't seen me with a ton of videos lately. But it's coming. They're coming.
but what prompted you to talk to Dr. Peebles? Like, what was it that said, huh, was it something that didn't feel good or?
No, so because I'm going through menopause, I've told everybody already that I'm on hormone replacement. The hormone replacement pellets, the bio hormone replacement pellets, has to be inserted in my butt every 4 to 5 months. So it was just time for me to go back and have a sit down with her and have the pellets inserted. And we just was going over
Okay.
my labs. She was just asking me how I feel and stuff like that. And I had gained a lot of weight. I had gained like 20 pounds over what I'm used to. And, the labs shows visceral fat, subcutaneous fat, like different things, muscle mass. And the last time I was there, she's like, "You're losing a lot of muscle. Like, what's going on?" And I'm like, "I'm lifting weights. I don't know what's going on." So we just wanted to take a look at my labs again. And this time, which was really good, I had lost weight and I gained 6% muscle mass. And she was like, "What did you do differently?" And I was like, "Well, I upped my protein. I'm really focusing on protein. I wasn't big on protein powders. I do it every once in a while, but I really didn't like really add it in as a thing." And she was like, "You have to get at least 120 grams of protein a day," which blew my
Okay.
mind because I was just getting like about 60. Right.
Okay.
So started doing that. That increased my muscle mass. And then that's why we went back and looked at the labs. And she's like, "Actually, you're doing really good. The only thing I'm concerned about is your glucose level." And she's like, "You're not diabetes, but it's close to pre-diabetic." That scared the heck out of me. I was like,
Hmm.
"Wait, what?" Because my dad was diabetic. And I was like, "I am not going through that. If I could prevent it." So that was it. She's like, "You could get a continuous glucose monitor. I would suggest that, and then you can monitor it." And I was like, "Where do I get that? I hope I don't have to prick my finger." And she's like, "Oh, no, guys, they monetize that. You could just
Hmm.
stick the patch on, put your phone on the app, and you can watch it all through the day whenever it spikes." What I have to say, I know I'm doing a lot of talking, is that
No, this is
I,
so good.
I discovered a lot that not only food spikes your blood sugar, but stress. And I know it sounds, you just like, "Really, Michelle, you didn't know that?"
Hmm.
But you got to see it in real time. So if I would go on social media and get stressed out about whatever is happening in the world, it would go up. If I
Wow.
got anxiety,
Wow.
it will go up. And I was like, "Oh my God." So it's not just food. It was so many factors that would make it go. If I didn't drink enough water, so if I'm getting dehydrated, I would notice the levels will be up. So I love this thing here. I'm going to wear it for about a month. It's been about 3 weeks now. So yeah, I know it was a
Wow.
mouthful, but I'm living and learning. I'm living
But
and
it's
learning and
because it's
loving new
one thing for
technology.
people to say it, but then another to actually be able to see it. And I think that that helps a lot because
Yeah.
people are saying to do all these things. Well, you have to breathe, you have to, like you're saying, drink water. But when you can actually see it, and then was there any correlation? Could you then connect it to how you felt in your body?
Definitely, definitely. I would notice it's weird. It's certain foods I would eat, like again, like the sweet potato, right? Because everyone says sweet potato is healthy. You're lifting heavy weights. You should be, consuming this. And I didn't want to do rice. I would notice the bottom of my feet after a meal with
Uh-uh.
having sweet potato would be very warm. And I always wonder, why is the bottom of my feet so warm? But now I'm connecting that the warmth that I'm getting from like my feet or my hands after a meal is my blood sugar spiking.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's just like you said, the stress. Now I'm conscious. Especially like the meditations and the affirmations that you send in
Yeah.
our group. On WhatsApp helps me because I read it. I slow down and I could see the calm. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I can't believe stress it really contributes to high glucose
It
levels.
does.
It
Yeah.
sounds like, come on, Michelle, don't be so silly. But when you see it, it's really different from just hearing it on TV or people saying it, or you're on social media and they're like, Reduce your stress." You're like, "Yeah, okay." But you have
Right.
to know what your stress triggers are. And
Yeah.
social media is definitely one of them.
That's
You know,
why I
just sitting
stay
there
off for the
scrolling,
most
scrolling,
part.
scrolling.
Hmm.
You definitely have to limit your time, know what you're there for, and move on. Yeah.
Wow. That is so. The one that I did, I learned that from someone else, but the meditation that I said that was really quick, that was just like, notice your tailbone, allow your tailbone to be
Hmm.
relaxed, expansive, and relaxed, expansive, and allow it to be loose.
Hmm.
That
Yeah.
one really spoke to me because the tailbone is that area of the body that holds you you can't live without your tailbone. You can live without legs and feet, but the tailbone is actually what keeps you grounded. And then, we have our hips that kind of sit around the tailbone. I
Hmm.
noticed that I would hold stress in my hips and I'd be walking like very almost straight. And so now every time I feel my hips are clenching, I just relax. I would just loosen them and I just loosen my tailbone and allow it to expand.
Someone said,
Soften. There it is. Soften, relax, and expansive.
it's so funny. Someone said I left the US to take care of my
There it
mind,
is.
body, and spirit, girl.
That's right.
All
That's
right.
right.
So,
Oh, so Michelle, there were two questions in here.
mhm.
First question, I'll give you both and you can answer them in whatever order you want. First question was, how do you clean alfalfa sprouts? Second question is, what's the name of the book on blood types?
um, let me grab it because I
Okay.
have it right here. I don't want to give her the wrong
Yeah.
name.
I've actually been eating white sweet potatoes lately because that's what they're sending me in my CSA, which is the community gardening or community, what's it called?
I'm back.
Farming group that I'm a part of. They have white sweet potatoes. So now I've been eating those.
The white sweet potatoes did nothing. But the
Okay,
sweet
good.
potato, I was like, how could this be bad for me? The cover of the book is gone because this book is 30 years old. 30 years old.
Wow.
You see, I have all my little notes in here. It's called Eat Right for Your Blood Type,
That's
and it's
easy.
by Dr. Peter De Diamato. So, Eat Right
Eat
for Your
right
Blood
for your
Type.
blood type.
Eat Right for Your Blood Type. It actually has a really pretty cover. I don't know what happened to the cover, but every now and then I go back in and look at it, and because it really did get me started on this journey of understanding how our body works. Now I don't.
Yes.
I'm not 100% on it. I did realize, obviously, I'm a negative is my blood type, and it confirmed a lot of what I was feeling. When I started reading the book, I was like, oh, that's why I feel that way. And that, we really have to, for me to sum it up, listen to everything that your body is saying. Like it was telling me all these things, and I just never listened because you just think like, well, that's normal. That's
Yes.
normal. Like I would eat bananas. I remember I'd eat ripe bananas, and I'd get such a knot in my belly. Just it just felt hard. And again, in here, it's like, don't eat bananas, for blood type A. It's hard to digest. And I was like, oh, just different things like that. I knew meat bothered me. So when I started reading the book, I was like, I knew it. I knew I wasn't
Yes.
crazy. Different
Yes.
dairy, different things like that. So
Now,
it's
what do
just
you think?
listening deep to your body. Just really, that's to me where meditation comes in. Because when you're
Yeah.
quiet and you just sit there by yourself with your eyes closed, you're just like, you feel everything that's happening. You feel your temperature, you feel just everything that's happening in your body. You have to make that connection. That's the only way you're going to be healthy, honestly.
Do you recommend eating slowly, taking your
Definitely.
time?
Slowly chew your food. Don't drink liquids with your food. Just chew. Wait a little while afterwards to, have your liquid. Let your own body natural acids and juices break down your food. Because again, it will cause bloating.
Yes.
But chew, like go slow. Like why are we rushing? I'd never suggest. And again, I was that person. I was like, why did they say don't eat in the car? Don't do this. And then once I stopped, I realized how much better I felt. Like
Hmm.
you have to taste your food, you know? You should really it's such a spiritual moment. I hate to like bring that into it, but sitting, tasting, enjoying your food. And plus eating slowly fills you up.
Yeah. So then you know when you're not hungry
It
anymore.
fills you up. When you eat really fast, you just get bloated and just feels awful. You know,
Right.
and even if you have the capacity, take a walk
Hmm.
afterwards. And it doesn't have to be a long walk. Literally, I live in high rise and I'll just walk downstairs. Like, just take the elevator, go downstairs, maybe walk to the concierge, maybe go to the car and come back. It's literally 5 minutes. Just
Mm.
let your body start to digest the food naturally. You know, don't
Yes.
go for a sit. And I noticed that again because of the glucose monitor. You know,
Wow.
that it would start to go up a little bit, and I'll say to my husband, "I'll be back. Let me go check the mailbox." And I'll go, and it starts to steady out. It's like the food, the glucose needs somewhere to go. It needs something to do. And if you're just sitting there, it's just going to be stored. You
Hmm.
know, if you're moving, it's going. It's your muscles. It's going. It's doing what it needs to do.
Yeah.
And I'm not a doctor. I'm going to make that claim. I'm just telling you guys from my experience
Yeah.
and the people that I've been around that I suggest all this stuff to, it has worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was teaching a meditation class, and one of the things I offered was to notice what it feels like to eat a meal without your phone. And this was very challenging for people to even to think about eating a meal without having the phone at the table. I know that's
Naria, don't
something
bring
that
that up. Guys, I hate for us to laugh and you guys don't know what we're laughing about. Oh my God.
no,
That retreat when we couldn't talk.
girl. Oh.
Ooh, that was an eye opener. That was an eye opener. Yeah.
Yeah,
So you want
yeah.
to tell them?
Sure. So when we were in Costa Rica, and I have a retreat partner, her name is Prue, and I had to convince her that it was going to be very powerful for us to have 12 hours of silence. And she was like, no, no, no. And then she's finally like, all right, I'm going to trust you. We're going to do this. And so I invited the women into silence. And so we ate in silence, and we walked in silence, and we woke up in silence,
I'll link it. Go ahead.
and it was you'll have to tell me how you felt about it, but I had done a silent retreat for 7 days, and it was extremely cathartic for me, and I thought I want to offer this medicine to other people. And what eating in silence does is it allows you to, I mean, one is you actually enjoy your food more because you're actually tasting it, you're
You're very
smelling it,
present.
you're tasting it, you're so present with the food, and then you can enjoy it so much more. And
I I've never seen
go
so
ahead.
many butterflies in my life, and I think I know every part of a butterfly because we were eating outside, and
Ah,
it was just we couldn't talk. So you didn't want to look at anyone at the table because you're like we can't say anything. So you try to
yep,
like not make eye contact. So I just look at the butterflies, and I was like, oh my gosh, look how like soft and velvety they look. Like things you never noticed before. Just
yeah,
like and the
yeah,
chewing of the food. I was like, wow, okay. But wow, what an experience. Even you honestly, guys, you couldn't even talk when you went back to your room. So
yep,
can you imagine? No cell phone, no music, no it really you connected with yourself.
yeah.
And I you know what? Afterwards I loved it. While I was doing it, I was like, this I just but afterwards I was
I
like,
didn't come here for this.
I was like, right. I was like, this is some bull. But afterwards, I was like, wow, you got to know, excuse me, you got to know yourself very well. Because
Yeah.
you're like, you know, it's good to do hard things sometimes. You
Hmm.
know, it really it gives you the confidence that you're like, you know what, I can do anything. If I could sit quiet for 12 hours with people around,
12 hours.
12 hours. And I mean, you could even call, you know, I would go to my room and I would call my husband or my kids or whatever. I couldn't even do that. You really had to stay true to it, you know? I couldn't even do that. And I was like, well, okay.
Yeah.
But it was hard. But I was like, if I could do that, I could do anything. I done had babies and did that. I could do
Right.
anything.
Done. Superwoman. Superpowers.
So sorry to divert, but go ahead.
Okay, so someone put in here, is that chickpea salad? So maybe for those who are just entering, and you want to just wrap it up, I guess, with saying what it is that we have.
You can call it that. Sometimes I hate to call it chickpea tuna because if you leave out the nori sheets or the furikake or the dulse, it won't have that fishy taste. So you could just call it chickpea salad. You can. Yeah, it is chickpea salad. And all I did was put it on cucumber slices with some alfalfa sprouts. And for the person who asks, can you how to wash alfalfa sprouts? You could run it under cold water and then put it in a salad spinner because if you leave it wet, it is going to be a soggy mess. And
Uh,
so do small amounts, just the amount that you need. Or you could put it in a dish towel or paper towel to really dry it out and then use it because it will get soggy. So you can just make sure the water is cold. If the water is hot again, it'll almost like cook it. It makes it soggy.
okay. All right. Okay, we've got some really good stuff in here. You have passed on a monumental amount of knowledge in 56 minutes, Michelle. I don't know
I
how
know
you
it's a
do it.
little long, guys, but ooh, we could talk forever.
Yeah,
This is
you are
why I
so
like
awesome.
retreats because we just be hanging out.
We do. We do. We do. You get us for 4 days. So, Michelle, if there's anyone 10-minute walk around the house, okay, people are still putting in. Now they're like talking about walking after they eat. Yes, let's do it.
Yes.
And that's why it's so good when you get to wash dishes because you get up, now you're going into the kitchen, you're washing dishes,
Mhm.
you're moving.
Gotta move.
I used to hate washing dishes, and now I put on my music.
Isn't
I'll
that
be like,
crazy?
Alexa, play Italian cooking music or
Because
whatever I
you're
want to listen
exercising,
to.
you're moving.
Yeah, and it's a whole workout. So, um, really beautiful stuff.
Hold on. Alexa, no.
Oh,
Turn
shoot!
off. Alexa, turn off. You went and said her name.
I
We
did.
Alexa and I fight all day. All day.
She is she is an eavesdropper. I'm just gonna say that. She's always listening in on. She's listening to me right now. I don't know why she didn't even turn on because I
Yeah,
said it.
yeah.
Need to turn her all the way off. No listening.
So,
Um,
Naria, so just that this doesn't go too long, even though I'm so appreciative that everybody stayed on for the hour. Let's talk about the retreats coming
yeah.
up, and I would love for you if you guys just hang around, if you could do a just like a gratitude walkout at the end. Like
Oh,
how when you start, usually, just a gratitude, like thankful. But
yeah.
first, just tell everybody about the
Yes.
retreat.
Okay. Yeah.
Give
So
us a good
Michelle,
week to start with.
yes. So Michelle and I are hosting a retreat at the Florist, which is in Georgia. It's about 90 miles from Atlanta. It's a beautiful retreat space where you can come and really feel like you are held and you can be in communion with other people. So this is about celebrating yourself. It's about having good food, having fun, maybe fellowship, or just really a foundational. I'm using F words because it's the F word retreat. That's what we're sitting right now. Like F it. We just gonna F it. We gonna have this retreat. And you come and taste Michelle's food and be with other amazing women
And
who
cook
are going on this journey with you.
a cooking class,
Yes, we will do a cooking class while you are there. You will have
hands on.
mindful sessions with me and my amazing retreat partner, and they are so much fun. If you like me on here now, wait till you have me in
Oh,
person.
she is fun. So is Prue.
So is Prue. And we want nothing more than to provide this opportunity for Michelle and the people who follow her, because Michelle wants this so much for her folks. So,
Yeah. Like you
um,
guys ask a lot of questions, and as you could see, I always say I'm an introvert, but sometimes I don't think I am. I can talk for days. There's so much information in my head that I want to
oh
share
yeah,
with you guys that it's just better when we're all together. And I think the retreat after I went to Costa Rica, I was like, I want to do this. I want to do this for my audience. I really want them to experience this. And that's how we came up with the one in Georgia. Because since that's where I live, it's just,
Yeah.
let's do closer to home. And then we venture out.
Yeah. Yeah. And we rescheduled the one that was in October because you got called up on jury duty
Girl.
forever. I couldn't believe it. I said, what is happening right now? But it
So
was
you
meant to
guys were
be.
on the last live that I had, and we were talking about the retreat and what's going to happen and everything like that. I get called for jury duty every year, never get picked. Every year that I can tell you, never get picked. And I get picked for this jury duty. And not only, I'm thinking, oh, I'll be here like a day or two. The judge goes, I hope you guys are in for it, but it's going to be a long one. And I'm thinking,
Woo.
what are we talking about, a long one? It was weeks. Weeks. You
Mm-mm.
would think it was like the murder case of the murder case or like some kind of racketeering or no, it was property damage. I sat there for 3 weeks for property damage. It was so many plaintiffs that witnesses that had to get on the stand. I just was like, so in the middle of it, I said to Maria, I don't know when this is going to end. So, we have to reschedule it. So that's how come we
Yes.
reschedule it till May. And then right afterwards, I get really sick. So it just was like, sometimes the universe tells you this is not the right time. And it was telling
Right.
me, even though this is the right thing, it wasn't the right time. So,
Yes.
yeah.
So it's going. We have a new date, so it's going to be so awesome. I love May. It's one of my most favorite months.
Yeah, my
So
birthday
May.
month.
Oh
My birthday
yes.
month. I'm a Taurus. It's my birthday month.
Such a mess. Someone asked for my channel information. Nuria McGrath.
And
NURIAMC. Yes.
I will put this on the replay so whoever didn't get to be on the live, and I will leave her information there. I'll also leave the book because so
Yeah.
many of you are asking for a link to the book also so just read in the description box and it will be there.
Yeah. All right. So let's end with just a little bit of gratitude and being in a space of giving and receiving and noticing how our ability to give and to give fully and to give with love allows us to be in a posture of receiving and receiving fully and receiving with love and allowing people in our lives to give to us and allowing us to receive what it is that they are giving. So important to give people the opportunity to give. So thank you all for allowing us to give of our passions, of our hearts, of our gifts today. Thank you all for receiving these gifts, these passions that we have. Thank you for being powerful and amazing humans. Thank you for showing up for yourself every single day. Give yourselves a pat on the back just for getting up and enjoying the sunshine or even the rain. And so it is, and that's it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you
Thank you all.
guys so much for being here. My phone is about to die. I have family joy that I would love this gift.
Can I share fund this for them? You absolutely can. Who is that? At Sienna Thick 3779. Got to remember that one.
Thank you guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.